Alright. Sorry about the delay. I am back. My PC, my Windows operating system, decided to corrupt itself when I installed a Windows update, and it would not let me play any games, well, outside of Call of Dragons, but any graphic intensive games without crashing every 5 minutes. That's what was happening in the last video that I posted here on the ARK series, so we never really got started. So what we're going to do is pretty much restart it, and as I was saying in the previous video, I'm going to play this series. I don't know how far I'll get into the island. I'm more or less just playing it for fun until Ragnarok comes out, in which I will be playing with Skelly, another ARK YouTuber, for fun, seeing how far we can get into that story, maybe some boss fight. Well, not really a story on Ragnarok, but the story we make. But without further waiting, we're gonna go ahead and start the island. I am gonna play it on single player, but I am not using single player settings. Where that is, there it is. Single player settings are off. The only thing that I have really boosted is the XP, where's it at, to 2 times and 3 times taming. And then on world, I lowered the mating interval, and the mature speed is 10%, and the egg lay interval is up, and the hatch speed. Excuse me. This is only for the fact that I am playing by myself, so I do kind of want those to be a little bit boosted. Outside of that, everything else, I did change the day and night speed, but outside of that, everything else is pretty standard. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Make us a character real quick. We're going to be massive. And pale white. And we'll go ahead and create. And I like to start here in West Zone 2.
Are you the one I've been waiting for?
I'm going to go ahead and skip
You
this.
might be.
And this one. Skip both of those. We've seen those in the first video, so I'm going to call this video episode 1.5, seeing as we didn't get very much done in the previous episode. We're going to go ahead and use grass size scale 0.5, volumetric cloud 5, and 5. And that just helps lower it down a little bit. What level is this? Level 50. So what we're going to go ahead and do right off the rip is run over here and do a quick note run. This is to help us get some levels quickly. And I am slow as piss. Oh my lord. It's going to take forever. Grab this one.
Ah, I was ever so glad to see Miss Walker again.
I will.
My assistants are clever in their own right, but dear Helena is still the only person that I feel comfortable diving into my deeper theories with. I fear that I may have kept her from getting a word in edgewise, though. Once I got going on the obelisks, why, I just couldn't contain my enthusiasm. My word, I really have become quite enamored with the subject, haven't I? Well, that settles it. After this next set of trials, I shall go check on the Iron Brotherhood's progress. Perhaps I can convince Miss Walker to join me.
Oh,
We could make a real scientific expedition out of it.
Sometimes they do spawn up here. For those of you that don't know, that is Edmund Rockwell. Grab this one.
Utah raptor prime
The
is an
raptor.
incredibly aggressive
We're
subspecies
gonna
of
sneak
Utah
around
raptor
here and
found
grab
on
the
the
3
island.
times note.
It tends to travel in small hunting packs, attacking smaller prey with its sharp teeth and enlarged
there's
forepaws.
raptors over there.
When hunting in packs, the pack leader can vocalize a signal that acts as a battle cry. Be prepared to run or fight if you hear the call of the Utah raptor. The pack will repeat the calls and attack with much greater intensity. One of the faster creatures on the island, Utah
Okay, I think we're
raptor
gonna
often
run past
uses
it
their
and try
pack
to get it real
numbers
quick.
to their advantage
No.
by swarming around their prey before it can react. The large curved talon on the second toe of this subspecies seems particularly suited for dealing significant damage. Utah raptor
shit.
prime usually kill its prey with numerous slashing
Alright,
and
well,
biting
there's death
attacks
one.
in rapid sequence. What the Utah raptor lacks
Trying
in
to run it off
size,
the cliff.
it makes up for in ingenuity. Rather than chase down smaller creatures, Utah raptor will pounce and pin its prey to the ground rather than chasing it around. Despite its normally aggressive nature, Utah raptors have become one of the primary combat mounts for roaming bands of raiders, as well as scouts for larger collectives. Those who ride Utah raptor claim they are difficult to tame, but then fiercely loyal. As a carnivore, one's
Hold on a minute, I gotta fix my keybinds. Where is that? Inventory. There it is. I don't want it F. Oh, that's another inventory. Hold on a minute. Where is mine? Am I blind? Am I missing it? Sprint. That's fine. Slot, HUD. There it is. I am missing it. I like mine to be on tab. Easier to reach.
They require a steady stream of meat to sustain.
Back up here. See if we can either get around this raptor or run it off the cliff. Where is it at? Oh, that's a Dilo. Okay, I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. No! Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, no. Shit. Oh, what the fuck, man? Did it come down here with me at least? Well, hell no. I think I'm short. Damn. I'll just come on over here. I'll get the 4 times note later. Well. Okay. Well, there's death number 2. I guess we will try to go get that note again. Get my bearings for a second. I think my goal is to get my little note run done today. These shadows on here are pretty cool. I got mine turned down to medium. Oh, for those of you wondering what I got my graphics set on, most of it is epic. I did turn the shadows down a little bit, or a lot, because it helps it run smoother, especially when you're going into really dense places, like over there. And they are not necessarily needed for good graphics or good visuals. And see, and if y'all remember, or if you did watch the first video, you would have noticed I would have crashed by now. So I do think resetting my PC and then completely just reinstalling Windows from scratch. Fuck off. Watch out about saying that so I don't get in trouble. Anyway, reinstalling my Windows from scratch using a USB, for those of you that don't know how to do that, I think it has fixed my issue. Alright, here we go. We got the Explorer
Once
mode.
your fall is complete, stay close to the sanctuaries. Within them, small pockets of life still flourish in an otherwise barren garden.
Here without dying again.
Beyond their spheres of influence, you will find an endless sea of decay, ruled by shadows and death.
I think we're good.
The first of these sanctuaries is the Great City. Though it is no longer a metropolis, a jungle blooms in its place, and you may find a modicum of shelter within its crumbling walls. The others will be more familiar to you, if only for the towers you'll find at their center.
From afar, it's hard to believe that Quetzalcoatlus is one of the largest aliens on the island. It shares a similar silhouette with the Pteranodon and nests near the absolute highest peaks. Upon closer inspection, though, Quetzalcoatlus is an enormous creature of tremendous power. I find it strange that such a large, imposing beast would be so skittish. Unlike other creatures of its size, it is more likely to flee than fight. I suppose the decision to flee from any trouble keeps the species alive on an island with so many dangerous predators.
You could get rocket launch.
But then, how does it eat enough to sustain its massive size? Tamed Quetzalcoatlus have a very specific role on the island. Too slow to be an efficient local transport, and too weak to be an effective warbird. The tribes I have encountered tend to employ it as a mass carrier. Quetzalcoatlus is primarily used by these masters of the skies to safely carry vast quantities of supplies, creatures, and human cargo from one base to another without tiring.
Let me oblivion my way up this mountain right here, if it will let me. Little reference to Elder Scrolls. By the way, I cannot wait for the new Elder Scrolls to come out. I will be calling off work for that game. Where's it at? I think it's like right here. Yeah, there it is. Alright.
The wondrous properties of the flora on this island will never cease to amaze me. If I'd told my colleagues in London that I could create a concoction capable of erasing someone's memories, I'd be laughed out of the room and never invited to tea again. Yet here it sits, my mind wipe tonic. As usual, I've had tribal leaders groveling at the gates of Rockwell Manor just for the tiniest of samples. And for the recipe, oh, the bounties I've been offered. I'm not interested in their riches, though. I have their protection, supplies for my studies, and all the time in the world.
Oh, I hate those
What
things.
more could I ask for?
Right, let's see if we can make it across here without getting killed by a piranha. Got our XP boost. We're gonna run up here. There's 2 notes left side of the waterfall that we'll go up here and get, and then we'll come down, and then there's 1 note. Okay, there's 4 notes, because then we're gonna cross and finish right there on that little plateau. So there's 4 more notes I'm gonna attempt to grab, and then after that we will try to set up a small little base of operations. I might just make it right here just for now, because I don't know exactly where I want to build permanently, and I may even continue this series on through playing Ragnarok as well. A little bit, some lag there we go, and that note's over here. But yeah, I mean, it just depends on how many people watch this, because Ragnarok is my all-time favorite map. I cannot wait for that map to come out. Used to live on that map back in the day. Alright, here is your next note you will get.
Pachyrhinosaurus midisora is a medium-sized herbivore, found almost everywhere but the island's mountains. It is generally calm and ignores all other nearby creatures unless it is attacked. Pachyrhinosaurus possesses a particularly unique survival skill. When threatened, its massive nasal boss releases a chemical into the air that calms other nearby creatures, making them less likely to attack it. Affected creatures are sometimes hungry enough to ignore the effect, and humans seem immune to it. Conversely, it can seemingly invert this phenomenon at will and coerce creatures into attacking it. Pachyrhinosaurus is an excellent starting mount for anyone new to taming. It is fairly easy to train, can carry enough to be a simple pack animal, and is not as deadly as some of the larger herbivores. Additionally, Pachyrhinosaurus can release its unique chemical on command to protect itself and its rider from nearby predators, or draw attention if desired, making it a potential lifesaver in a pinch.
Bro, go away. Alright, next note.
Megatherium formipava is one of the larger mammals on the island. This is most shocking because it is essentially a giant sloth, if you crossbred it with an elephant and a bear. Because of its size and girth, the Megatherium is uncommonly resistant to being knocked unconscious. Despite primarily being a herbivore, a typical Megatherium is very intent on consuming the island's many insects. It is particularly adept at removing their insides without damaging much of the shell, maximizing extraction of chitin. The otherwise slow and peaceful Megatherium becomes faster and aggressive in the presence of these creatures. Megatherium is an incredibly useful creature to tame, so long as you don't intend to fight other tribes. Its enormity, high resistance to torpor, and voracious attitude toward insects and arachnids makes it ideal for farming large quantities of chitin from the bugs of the island, or simply defending against them.
Alright. Let's go down here and get these last two notes. Probably should start getting some fiber real quick. When I play single player, I've got two mods installed. One of them is Dino Depot, and the other is the Awesome Spyglass. There's one other mod I usually play with, and I will install it. But it is Auto Ingrams. That's enough for now. Just because I mean they're not game breaking. They do make it a little bit easier. But the Auto Ingram is very nice for not having to just go ahead and pick what I want. It just unlocks it every time you level up. Well, these little damn things right here are damn annoying as shit. Oh shit, I forgot they were aggressive. But they are incredibly annoying to tame. They take even on high taming rates, they take an abnormally large amount of fish. Alright, for the note over here, it is in the grass, and you want to run along and hug this wall, or cliff face, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's actually on the other side of this rock. Out of water again. Come on, man, I don't remember where it is. I thought it was along that little cliff. I might not have went far. What is hitting me? Dude. Oh, I hate those things. I swear, I might not have went far enough down. I passed it. It's along this little cliff face somewhere. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to run over here and get this one and then call it a day. It'd be real nice to have one of those right now. Bro, I know I just had some water. I could start right here. We might throw us a little base down right here, at least a little starter kit. Where's that other one at? There it is. Alright.
I never thought this island was normal exactly. I mean, there are giant obelisks floating in the sky for Pete's sake. Not to mention that cave I found, which hid a platform similar to those found at the base of said obelisks. Well, similar, except for those oddly shaped holes that were carved into its podium. I guess I just didn't care about all that. So long as I had my beautiful, unique, and untainted ecosystem to study, I was happy. But now, no. I shouldn't write it off just yet. Not before I arrive at Rockwell's. There's still a chance that my data is off, or that I missed something obvious. I won't give up on my paradise just yet.
Yeah, see, I gotta learn all this crap, and I don't want to do all that. I just want it to learn it for me. Oh, there it is, right there. Alright, simple bed, cooking pots, bolas. Probably need that. I know we'll need these. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going down. I'll have to make this. Stuff I'm gonna skip for now. That's what I was looking for. So, alright. I think what we're going to do now is get a hatchet up. And we're going to get a bed down. And once we get a bed down, we will call this episode. Oh, look. Why am I dying? I didn't know I was dying. I thought that was just because I leveled my health up. Retarded. Really game's so annoying and so fun at the same time. Some of these stones. Alright, now crafting some pit. Craft a bow and some clothes. Hatchet. There we go. Is it not? No, it's thatch. Oh, I just needed to pick up some more trees. Get on somewhere. I need more damn thatch. Swap these with my bow. My hatchet back out and hit this fucking tree. Guess I'm not gonna hit that fucking tree. Some more water. Go to this rock. Oh man, another one? Hurry up and kill these things before they group up on me. There we go. And now use a hatchet. Or some hide. Nice. Alright, now I want to make a stone foundation real quick. Then we'll kill some dodos. Stone. What do we need for a stone foundation? I don't think I even unlocked that yet. Yes, it did. And I need wood. That okay. So I need 80 more. I need 80 wood. So I need 60 more. Come on, man. Some raw meat. I don't even know why I'm making a stone foundation. I should have just made a thatch one, but I'm already invested now. More thatch. Swap with my pickaxe. You know what? Might just make it straight down here on the beach. Is that a baryonyx? Okay, so I'm not gonna make it down here on the beach. Go back up here. Alright, I think we'll place it right here. Craft that. No, I don't want a sleeping bag. I want a bed. Nice, another level. Did I not unlock the bed? I did unlock the bed, so why can I not find it? Thatch and more hide. We'll take my fortitude up to 20, and then I'll probably just leave it there. Really? Too hard? Enough for the hide. Alright. Let's craft it. Where is the bed? Can I just blonde? Oh, it's right there. Nice. And with that being said, for those that did tune in, thank you for watching. This will be episode 1.5. I think in our next episode we are going to look at potentially getting our first tame, probably going to be a parasaur, working on getting the resources for a pteranodon saddle, and maybe even taming a pteranodon. Y'all have a good one. Oops.